Hey guys, welcome to the Explanation Pro. In this video, I am going to talk about the 2011 war drama, My Way. As usual, there will be spoilers ahead, so take them with a grain of salt and let's get started. The movie is set in 1928. We see a boy named Tatsuya. He is moving to Korea from Japan with his parents. A boy named Jun-shik sees Tatsuya in the car, stares at him, and runs ahead of the car. Tatsuya and his parents reach their grandfather's place. We see that Jun-shik is also there. Jun-shik's father works at Tatsuya's grandfather's place. So Jun-shik and his sister live with them. Tatsuya's grandfather welcomes them happily. They start talking and realize that Tatsuya and Jun-shik love running and they are the best in their country. Now that Tatsuya is in Korea, they want to see who the best runner is. The kids start racing, and we see them as grown-ups. Since the day they met, they have gone to races together. While Tatsuya won some, Jun-shik won the others. One day, they went on a final race organized by their school. Tatsuya wins the race. His grandfather throws a party to celebrate his grandson's achievement. A message arrives during the part, and Jun-shik's father receives it. It comes from Japan and has Tatsuya's name on it. Therefore, he gives it to Tatsuya's grandfather. He hands it over to Tatsuya. He believes that it is a gift and starts opening it. When he opens it, he sees that there is a doll in it. Tatsuya's grandfather immediately realized that it was a time bomb and snatched it from Tatsuya. The mom blasts and Tatsuya's grandfather dies. They suspect Jun-shik's father as he was the one who delivered the gift. They believe that he is behind all of this. The police take him to jail, and Jun-shik and his sister are left homeless and alone. They move out of Tatsuya's place and into another house. They finally released his father after interrogation. But by then, he is sick and beaten up. He is not able to walk, and Jun-shik carries him. Jun-shik starts working as the man who brings carriages and earns money. One day, a man gets into the carriage and asks Jun-shik if he is training for the marathon. He asked this because he saw a sandbag on his legs. He says that he would double his pay if he dropped him within 30 minutes and he would triple his pay if he dropped him within 20 minutes. He starts running and they miss a few accidents here and there. Meanwhile, there is a press meet going on. The sports chairman is speaking. Tatsuya was present at the meeting too. They are talking about how there is no one to represent the country in a marathon in the Olympics. People are concerned. Jun-shik brought the man to the location where the press conference is going on. He pays him 3 times what he was supposed to because they arrived at their destination in 20 minutes. Jun-shik's friend Jong-dae is there near the building, and he says that this is where the meeting is being held. He takes Jun-shik to the place. Jun-shik's friend says that the marathon would not be fun if he was not a part of it. One of the media people notices Jun-shik and asks him what he is doing and if he has been training for the marathon all these days. Tatsuya says that the man who runs a carriage will not be able to participate in the marathon. Jun-shik asks them to give him a chance and says that he will show them what he can do. Tatsuya meets his parents. Their parents want him to fill out the form for medical entrance. But he refuses. He says that he wants to become a runner and eventually join the army like his grandfather. Jong-dae goes to Jun-shik's place and brings an envelope. The envelope has a letter that says that Jun-shik is allowed to participate in the marathon. He is happy, and so is everyone around him. They started celebrating. Then comes match day. Tatsuya leads in the beginning, and Jun-shik is in the middle. But as the race progresses, Tatsuya runs faster. But a man named Kimura is about to push Jun-shik. Jun-shik sees it coming and defends himself. As a result of this, Kimura falls. The race continues, and Jun-shik is almost nearing Tatsuya. The race between them gets interesting, and finally, Jun-shik wins. The people in the crowd start cheering for him and appreciating him. But the judges announce Tatsuya as the winner and Kimura as the runner-up. They do not name Jun-shik. The audience starts protesting and saying that Jun-shik was the person who won and he deserved to win. But the judge says that Jun-shik is disqualified as he pushed Kimura during the run. The audience knows the truth and is furious. Jun-shik gets angry and beats the judge. Then, the police caught him. Things get out of hand and a fight starts on the ground. Jun-shik's fans start beating up the police on the ground. But the police manage to capture Jun-shik and his supporters. The police take them to the court. The men who backfired on the police on the ground are supposed to fight on behalf of Korea in the World War against Japan as a punishment. They go to the battleground on a train. Jun Shik and Zhang Dae fight bravely against Japan. All of them do. But they are crushed by the Japanese soldiers. A lot of Korean soldiers die. But Zhang Dae and Jun Shik survive. All the survivors are made into a team, and that team is called Team 9. The Japanese soldiers form a team of 9. Team 9 is not treated properly by their Japanese head. He called them Korean dogs. One day, Team 9 is filling water as instructed, and they hear gunshots. One of their heads is dead, and another one is shot. Jun Shik sees this and throws a grenade. The person survives the grenade and starts running into a house. Jun Shik runs into the house with the person and they start fighting. Jun Shik is about to kill the person with his knife but notices that the person is a girl. Her name is Shirai. Jun Shing and the others take her to the headquarters. On their way, Jun Shik and Shirai fight over Shirai's family photo, and the photo tears up into two. She misses her family and starts crying. When they take her, the officers start questioning Team 9. They doubt them as Shirai only killed the Japanese officers but not them. They start beating Jun Shik and the others. Then, another officer comes in and starts questioning Shirai. She says that she is from China. Some Japanese officers raped Chinese women. Therefore, she only wants to kill Japanese people and not Koreans. Then, they take her to a case and imprison her. That night, we see that Jun Shik is practicing running. The next morning, Tatsuya comes to the camp. He announces that he is the new commander and that they must obey. He says that he wants to defeat the Soviet Union. He attends a meeting where he plans to appoint 25 members to a suicide squad and use them to defeat the Soviet Union. That night, Jun Shik goes to practice running, and Tatsuya sees that. Jung Shik returns to Shirai and returns the photo of her family. He says that he has a sister like her back at home and that they know the value of family. The next day, the soldiers are constructing a bridge. One of the Koreans jumped into the water to catch fish as he was hungry. The officers saw that he was stealing food and complained to Tatsuya. As a punishment, Tatsuya orders to burn all of Team 9's sentimental items. Jun Shik's shoes were there too. Jun Shik tries to get them out, but they burn. One day, Tatsuya orders everyone to be on the ground and starts selecting 25 members for the suicide squad. Everyone he selects is a Korean, and Jun Shik is one of them. But Jun Shik refuses to join. He says that he is a Korean and that he will not help the Japanese. Shirao finds this offensive and orders his men to lock him in the cage where he is kept. Shirao tries to tell him that the officers are going to kill them tomorrow, but he does not understand. She tries to explain it to him through signs, and he finally understands. But luckily, Zhang Dae and some other Team 9 memes come to rescue them. They run away during the night and cross the river using a boat. Once they are on the shore, they see that the Soviet Union is coming towards their camp to attack them. They are worried but have a small window of time to escape. Jun Shik refuses to run away. He tells them to go away, and he wants to go back to the camp and save the other Koreans in the camp. He starts running, but a Soviet Union building sees him and starts shooting him. Shirao comes back and helps him escape, but loses her life in the process. Jun Shik holds her in his hand as he takes her last breath. He returns to the camp but sees that the Soviet Union is already there. It is a mess and people are running away due to fear rather than fighting. He tries to fight and save people, but they get captured by the Soviet Union. They take him to their country. After reaching there, Jun Shik notices Tatsuya. Tatsuya is still trying to be in charge even after they got captured. He is telling the squad that they must listen to him and obey his commands at all times. But Jun Shik refuses again and speaks up. He says that they are Korean and in the lands of the Soviet Union, and therefore the Japanese do not have any control over him. Tatsuya gets offended and a fight starts between the anthem. They start hitting each other and people start watching. Then, a Soviet Union soldier comes along and gives them a knife and tells them that only one of them must survive. Jun Shik gets a hold of the knife but refuses to kill Tatsuya. The soldiers get angry and tie both of them outside in the snow. That night, Zhang Dae notices that one of their men is missing and tries to find him. He finds him in the place where they store food. They try to escape, but the Soviet soldiers find them before that. Zhang Dae helps the soldiers catch the other man to save himself. The man was punished for trying to steal food. The next day, Jun Shik asks Zhang Dae why he is doing all this. He says that Jun must remain quiet or else he will suffer too. The next day, another fight starts between the people, and they are about to punish the ones responsible. But before that, they get a letter. So, they change their minds and ask all the prisoners to wear Soviet uniforms and fight again against Germany. Some of them agree, and the ones who don't agree are shot dead. Jun Shik, Tatsuya, and Zhang Dai agree to fight along with the Soviet Union. But they lost against Germany. Yung Dai dies. Jun Shik loses his hearing in the process of saving Tatsuya. Tatsuya is hurt and sick. They escape and find a house. They bond on their way to the house. Jun Shik goes out to get some medicine, but the German soldiers catch him. 3 years later, we see that Tatsuya is in France, helping them build their defense wall. He did not forget Hun Shik and is hoping he will see him someday. Once, when he is standing near the shore, he sees a man running, and that is Jun Shik. He goes to him and tries to talk to him, but realizes that he has lost hearing. They plan to get away from there one day. They plan to escape the city in the morning and start a new life. But that day, some fighter planes were sending in missiles towards their camp. Many people are dying, but Tatsuya and Hun Shik are trying to escape. They are happy to see each other again. Jun Shik says that he was happy on the day they first met, as he had got a partner for running. While they are escaping, Jun Shik gets shot. He is about to die, and Tatsuya is helpless. Jun Shik tells him that he should take his same Korean identity and get out of there. He wants Tatsuya to compete in the Olympics rather than him. He takes his name badge and gives it to Tatsuya, who dies in his hands. Tatsuya wants to fulfill his dead friend's wish. In the next scene, we see that Tatsuya is running with Jun Shik's identity. Jun Shik is dead, but he is alive inside Tatsuya. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. If you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, let me know in the comments below which movie you want me to cover in the next video. Until next time, take care and stay tuned.